At your 3. True weird stories that you won't believe is true. Which is your favorite? Or is there one of these that is eerily similar that you can relate to? If so, tell us in the comment section. Number 1. The haunted apartment. I was having lunch with a new coworker once, and he was telling me about his apartment and how haunted it was. He didn't tell me where it was, but the haunting sounded familiar, like an apartment I had once lived in. I told him the address, and he turned as white as a sheet. He was living in that same haunted apartment. When I told him a few details only he could know, he freaked out and moved out of the place that very week. Number 2. The killer nurse. My father had a heart attack many years ago, and I showed up to the hospital at 3 a.m. Given the time and the fact that he was in ICU, I initially wasn't allowed in. However, I was finally let in by a nurse who calmed me down and allowed me to see my father. He was so kind to our family throughout my dad's hospital stay. About 6 months later, my paternal grandmother was in the ICU for a medical issue, and again, we were cared for by this nurse. About a year later, I received a call from my dad telling me to turn on CNN. Turns out, the nurse was Charles Cullen, who famously confessed to murdering up to 40 patients. Number 3. The unlucky gent. A couple of years ago, I was flat broke and in a store spending my last couple of bucks on ramen to get me through payday. The lottery happened to be high, so I decided to spend my literal last $2 on a ticket. Well, this little old lady walked up behind me, and since the store was packed, I let her go ahead of me in the line. She purchased one quick pick lottery ticket. I then purchased my lottery ticket and ramen and went home. A couple of days later, I saw her on the news. She was the only winner of a $90 million jackpot. If I hadn't let her in front of me, I would have purchased that ticket and I'd be millionaire right now. Please like and share this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel for more content like this.